Hey, BoLS fans, I'm here at IDW with Ross Thompson. He's the happiest man in this event hall.
All of it.
Good old friend, Ross.
You know it, man.
And you have all kinds of cool stuff.
We really do, we really do.
I mean, just huge amounts of products. So let's
get at it, right?
Bottom to top. What do you want to do?
For sure. Well, so IDW Games, and we've been doing a lot here at GenCon, which has been really, really cool.
Okay.
So we've been working a lot of IP-based games with a lot of original IP games as well. So if we want to go top to bottom, we can do that, right? So top first, we have our Atari line of games, right?
Guys.
So here we have our Atari Centipede. So we had 100 copies here at the show. We're kind of, I think, on our last 5. Very, very cool. So you play as the gnome or the centipede.
Okay.
So it has the very cool iconic art.
Yep.
Very, very fun, right? So in this game, you play as the...
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. So they're all very...
super cool.
Right, yeah, so they're all really nice wooden meeples. They're super
nice.
cool on that. So at the beginning of the game, you both put down until the board is filled with mushrooms, as you would in the game. Right, so the gnome player rolls his dice, and he has amount of numbers and little blips that he can do to move back and forth and shoot things. So he's moving back on his tracker, shooting things up, blowing them up, and doing all that. And then the centipede player, depending on how big he is, so 6, he can move 1 space, 5, he can move 2. So as he gets shot, he goes faster. So he moves down, and he's got to get to where the gnome is. But also, he's got a deck of cards that allows him to summon the spider, summon the flea, summon another centipede to move even faster. He's got a lot of cool stuff he's doing as he's trying to get down to where the gnome is. Well, what's also cool in that game is a 4-player mode, where you can play head-to-head with 2 centipedes and 2 gnomes.
All right.
So it adds just a little bit of fun, like, play on what the game, which is pretty cool. Another fun thing we're doing with this first print run is every game's come with a top player patch. So it's already in the box. So it's pretty cool there. So if you always put a cool little patch on your G-jacket.
Pass that around your friends.
Yeah, do it up, right? Which is super cool. So that's really, really fun. I'm really enjoying all that. So we've got another Missile Command and then Asteroids game coming out as well. So Missile Command's going to be in the early first quarter, and then Asteroids coming out later that year. So just kind of stay tuned for it. We can't talk about it too much. But Atari has been loving what we're doing. We're working pretty close with them on some stuff. So it's been a lot of fun. So our next big thing we're working on right now is we have our Legend of Korra campaign. It's going to be coming out on Kickstarter in September.
Right here.
So so we're doing that there. We have another demo going on over there as well. It's just right in Sin. They've been doing a really good job of kind of recreating that pro bending arena game. You saw from that first season of Korra, right? So it's going to be a 2-player box set. You're going to have the wolf bats and the fire ferrets. And so you're going to be doing all the bending and awesomeness from that. So you've got decks for each of the benders you're going to be playing with. And then a team card for each team. So the wolf bats, notorious cheaters, have a cool little ability that kind of lets them fudge around with knocking players out and doing things like that. And each card looks like a scroll. So it has how many moves you have, how many fire abilities you can do. Of course, a band goes by. Thank you very much. Super fun. GenCon, right?
Every time.
So we're doing that as well, and it's been really fun. If you like the show, and even if you don't like the show, the game flows very well. It's an awesome sports game. So it's a 2-player box set in the game, but right here we've got a lot of cool teams that kind of have the Ramarillos. There's a lot of those cool teams that were in the show. So we have a first look at them right here, and it's really fun. The miniatures are just awesome. I mean, I think everybody's wanting miniatures for the Legend of Korra and Avatar. So I can't wait to see these painted up because all the energy being blasted around, it's going to look really, really, really cool. So I'm jazzed for that. And so then our next game, we'll jump right to it. We have our Planet of the Apes. Da-na-na-na-na, moving the camera.
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, so with Planet of the Apes, it's our co-op game from Richard Lanius. And so with that, it has that really awesome 80s feel to it, right?
Oh yeah.
Very much so. And so it's got these cool punch-out tokens along with these cool miniatures. And so you're going to be doing co-op where you're playing as the different aspects of Colonel Taylor's mind as he goes through Planet of the Apes.
So all the players, right?
Yeah, so you're all working together to kind of, oh my God.
His brain.
You really do.
That is
right.
That's great.
It really is. I'm really excited for it. Richard, he's like, I watched the movie like 80 times and I had all these cool ideas, and then it just came to me, and we're gonna do this. And so
that's great.
It really is. And so the first one's gonna have the miniatures, and after that it'll have this little punch out. But it has that fun kind of like 80s Milton Bradley feel to it. Which is, I mean, it's a game we never had growing up. Not me, but you guys know what I mean. And that's super fun. So then over that, we can go back to Saikatsu really quick.
Excuse me really quick. We have a whole demo set up here for Saikatsu.
You go good, man. Thank you. And so we have Saikatsu.
It's a great game.
Yeah, look at this guy. He made Legend of Korra.
All right.
Look at that. Awesome. Super sexy. Yeah. So in Saikatsu, what you're doing is a perspective-based abstract game, right? So you've got these cool tokens here that have birds and flowers on them.
Okay.
As we were looking at it a little bit earlier, right? It's a fun like hangout game. Feel they have two.
Oh yeah, those are nice.
Yeah, they're super, and it has a good board presence, right?
Okay.
And so it's all about, you draw 2 tokens. You've got 2, I've got 2.
Okay.
You know, and so you, on your turn, you can score if they have the same color bird to each other. So if I wanted to, I could play right here, and then I would get 2 points with the same color. Okay. I draw a new one and go from there.
All right.
And then you could play a bird. But what you want to do is you want to play birds of the same color to score points on your turn.
Okay.
But then at the end of the game, you're going to score depending on how many flowers are in each row for your color.
Okay.
So if I'm the pink player,
right,
I'm scoring this way.
Okay.
If you're the blue player, you're scoring this way.
Right, directly across from you.
Exactly, right? So it's all about that perspective going on. So while you may want to score some points there, if you have that play that I did right there, and I put that up, I would get those points. It was probably actually a bad play for me, because that gave you 2 flowers right there.
Yep.
Right, so as we fill up the board and do more of those things, you can kind of figure out which ones go where. The koi pawns are wild.
Okay.
So you can make them any color bird you want, and then any color flowers you want at the end.
Right.
Yeah, we're all about making this really nice view from our pagoda.
Right.
Right. So we have these cool flowers. I have a nice koi pond. It's super fun. The game plays in like 20 minutes.
Okay.
You know, it's a 2 to 3 player game. It's a fun hangout. It's just, you know, do it out. It's also a 1-player mode and a 4-player mode.
Okay.
So it adds it up a little bit. And GenCon attendees.
It's the voice of GenCon.
The voice of GenCon.
We just all have
It's
to.
super good.
We all have to wait.
We do. I mean, that's what they do, right?
Yeah, yeah. You just wait.
It's the best.
I'm gonna play this while I'm
Yeah,
waiting.
do it up.
I'll put like my bird right there.
Perfect. Look at that. So then you would get 2
I got
points.
a green one.
Well,
do they have to be adjacent?
it's only one. So then you would draw another one,
Gotcha.
and then it's my turn, and then I would draw another one. So then I look what I got going on here, where I have that. I have the. It's great. Well, I have the flowers right, so I can just pop it right there.
Nice.
So no points, but then I know I'm going up with my different rows.
Right, and I can go there to get the 2.
Right, you could, and you're getting those rows going on. So then we'd score with your little, with your things that are going across it.
Okay, and then these are the scores.
Yeah. So these would all be right here, right?
Right.
And so then at the beginning of the game, we would have played that.
Oh, that's very cool.
And then your blue, you would have gone
right.
2.
You just track it all the way
around.
around.
And pink would have gone. Yeah, right.
That's very cool.
And then at the end of the game, when we're counting up the flowers,
when does the game end? Like when it's
when
full?
the board is all full and our garden has been built.
Okay.
Right.
That is a cool game. I like that a lot.
It is, and then we'll score it. And right in the back, it has a cool little cheat sheet for how many flowers are in your row. So if you only have 1 flower, 2. If you have 2, you can score 3. If you have 3, you score 6, and so on.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's $40. It should be out in the next couple weeks.
Give you that right there.
Boom, boom, boom. There we go.
All right.
Yeah, so Saikatsu's been doing really well. Matt Lewis and Isaac Shelley have done a great job with this game.
Okay.
I know I'm speaking a little fast, so I gotta slow down. It's good times though. So we have that going on.
Okay.
Saikatsu. And then along with that, we have another game, Outpost Siberia.
All right.
So by John Gilmore and Daryl Andrews. So it's a co-op survival game. It's got dual-facing cards.
Okay.
So it's all about surviving in the Outpost of Siberia. So at the beginning of the game, you get your character, you have a special ability, and then your health.
Okay.
And then we have some equipment cards in our hand, but along with that, there's the equipment cards on the same side, and then it flips over to that side.
Okay.
So you get your 1 deck, and you're supposed to cut it in half and turn it over.
Okay.
And so you have a card in your hand to build your equipment up, and then you flip over bad things like a Yeti,
right,
or a polar bear, or you need to get food.
Right.
So how do you deal with that? So you have to either have equipment in your hand to deal with those immediately,
okay,
or you put it off the side and then deal with it as you go. But if 5 things are that you haven't dealt with, that's game over.
Right.
So it's a 2 to 6 player co-op game.
Okay.
We can play it in like 20 minutes. I still haven't beat it yet. But I mean, it's super good, and there's an easy and a hard mode too, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
So yeah, we kind of got a lot of that going on as well. It's been super fun. Along with that, like we had the reprint of Escape from 100 Million BC.
Okay.
So if you like those big like Arkham Horror-esque games, it's really fun. We just did the re-release of Torres as well. So it was the Spittle winner in 2000.
Oh,
so like before Santorini.
Oh, look at that.
Like you're building your castles. Very cool. It's full of castle pieces. You can build them up and do it from there. It's a lot of fun. We're really jazzed this came out. And then, as always, we have our Turtles games.
Yes.
Right? We love our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Right, there we go, right? Look at that, right? And so along with that, we've had our cool new Heroes come out as well. So Casey just came out. Casey Jones. And so what's cool with the new, if you back the Kickstarter, you already have all these things.
Okay.
But these are all new sculpts in these releases, and then each campaign expansion box has a new campaign mode to it, like a new story, their story. Splinter's on the way, and then Bebop and Rocksteady are coming out as well.
All right.
Yeah, so that's what's going on.
Cool.
With us here at IDW. We have a lot more stuff on the way at Comic-Con. We just announced that we had the 90th Nicktoons license.
Oh.
So we're going to be doing a game called Nickelodeon Splat Attack.
Okay.
It's going to be a 4-player game. Yeah. 4-player game where they're all going to be in the cafeteria having a giant food fight.
Okay.
So it's going to be SpongeBob, Invader Zim, Rugrats, and Hey Arnold. Are going to be the 4 main cartoons for that. And then we've got a few other expansion teams we're going to add where you can kind of add to your cafeteria as you do different things, and that's going to be super fun.
All right. And there we go, guys. That is IDW
Games.
At GenCon 50. Oh my God, so much stuff.
It's cool. Stay tuned. Yeah, follow us on social media. I'm sure we'll have you guys playing some of the games too.
We will certainly be playing some of these games.
It'll be
Ross,
good. Always good,
pleasure,
man.
As always.
Cool.
Have a great one, BoLS, man.